Hey, everybody. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we're doing our first interview, not with a funded trader, but with somebody at a different level in their trading career, somebody who is going through the challenge phases at the moment, and really, trying to get the experiences of people as they're at different stages of their challenge accounts. So today we have Ramon. He's been with us now trading for the past couple of weeks. He has been successfully into stage 2, and he's just going through another challenge phase as he works towards trying to get funded. So very nice to meet you today.
Right.
Thanks a lot for coming on board. So,
Absolutely.
I suppose maybe to start a question, how has your experience been so far in your funded trading accounts?
So it's been about a roller coaster. So I've had good experience, had bad experience. Not because we're doing this interview, I want to say FunderPro has been great. Customer service is awesome. The challenges are great, very understandable. Not very hard if you know what you're doing. And also I've had bad experience with other prop firms where some are not real. Some
Mm-hmm.
of them have challenges that don't make too much sense. Um, but yes, right now I'm having a great experience. As you said, Mr. Gary, I'm on phase 2. Very excited to get funded and keep going forward with this.
Amazing. So I can see from your account, you've tried a few challenges, and I suppose as you've been going through, you've been getting a little bit of experience under your belt. Maybe do you want to tell us about your trading career? How long have you been doing it? And I suppose, how did you get into trading?
That's an excellent question. So I've been doing it for about a year. I still want to say I am relatively pretty fresh in the market and trading and doing all
Mhm.
this. Still learning. But you gotta have a passion for it. I've learned that very well. So how did I get into it? So I have a friend of mine. His name is Lee. He's in Canada. We're good friends online, and I've always been interested in trading. I've invested in stocks before. Um, so I've been investing for quite a while. But not as a day trader. This is very new. I always saw it as not being too secure. I don't know. They didn't have a good mentality about day trading until I I knew my friend Lee, where he was a day trader. He's been funded.
Mhm.
He's still funded, and he got me into it. He started explaining everything about day trading, how you gotta grow that passion, how looking at candlesticks and all those goodies, right? So all different strategies, what works for you, what works for him,
Mhm.
other person. So from there, I remember that day, I just asked him, I just told them, can you explain to me what is day trading? Right? He gave me his opinion, he showed me with the Zoom as well. And from there, I kind of fell in love with it. Like I said, I love investing. I
Mhm.
love taking risk, good risk though, very good
Yep.
risk. So that's where I kind of fell in love with it. You got to put a lot of time into it. It's not just, I mean, on it, somebody who doesn't know what day trading is, they're just gonna see like some candlesticks going up and down, up and down, up and down, just a hot mess, right? But it's not. It's not. Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. So um, I love challenges. I love the risk. I was all in from day one. I grew with passion, and then from there we're going on. We're going. Obviously, I started. I did not start with funded accounts. I started with my own money.
Mhm.
Well, I started with a demo account. Sorry, started with a demo account. That's the usual.
Important.
They're very, very important. Very important. That's why I had to make a stop there. So demo account went from there. started to learn the market, see what pairs I wanted to trade, how they all move different, how strategies. Everybody has different strategies, but you gotta see what works for you and makes sense. Not everybody trades the same. Some people like to hold the trade for days. Some people hold the trade for whole days. Some people hold the trade for minutes. So you got to see what works for you, and that the big challenge, because I had in mind, well, if my friend Lee is doing so well, why wouldn't I trade like he trades? No, it is not like that. It is not like that. There's so many emotions, there's so many things that go into this that you have to see what works for you, what's better for you, what do you need. And then from there, so from day one, I became passionate. Been waking up to trade, and that's all it's been. Just studying the charts, putting the time, yeah. And then after the demo account, I started with my own money. Right, started with my own money. I was able to grow my money. Started with like $100. $100 went to 500. 500 went to like 1,000, and then it kept on going. And I remember the amount, but it went up. Right. Obviously, I went losing phases, losing trades, and all that kind of stuff. So that's another thing very important. You have to learn how to lose. Right. You want to make money. You want to make fast money, but you gotta learn how to lose as well. So that's why it is a risk. That's why I was signed up for it, because I love taking that risk. I like studying or something new and investing. So you gotta be willing to lose. So I guess I had a good mentality starting, and from there, now I'm taking the funded
Nice.
FunderPro funded challenge, and I've been loving the process. It is a new stage. Like I said, I'm still new. I've been doing it a year, but it's been on and off. Obviously, I have my own things. I have my work, my job, and I do many things. But now I'm starting to integrate day trading, right? So I've been on and off, and now from the challenge, let's see where it goes.
And how did you find moving from a live account, though that was your funds, and then moving into a funded challenge? I suppose for anybody who's thinking about that transition, what did you see were the differences between having that live account and having the challenge?
Okay, big difference would be as soon as first, when you have your money, you control how much you want to put in, right? How much you want to take out. Obviously, you're already on a live account, so if you make money, you're actually making the money, right? As opposed to a funded challenge where, I mean, in many cases, you get a way higher amount that you can trade, right? That's why usually somebody goes to the funded challenge, because you want to get the higher amount, so you have more leverage, all that good stuff. So the big difference was, I'm not gonna be making money because I gotta pass the challenge, right? That was okay. Interesting. Because you have to, if you're taking a challenge, you have to focus on the challenge. You have to put all your attention to that, all your effort. So yeah, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna stop making money on my live account. I'm gonna go ahead into a challenge where I went for the 200K, right? There's many other 50,000, 100,000, 150. I went for the 200,000. So in this case, I had to do a 10%, right? 10%, and which is 20K. And from there, I was saying, well, this is gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while, but I have to enjoy the process, right? I have to pass this. And I just saw it as another challenge, a different experience. And again, as I said, I love taking challenges. I love the risk. So I went in. Only difference would be you're dealing with a lot more money if your live account is lower. And you have rules you have to follow to pass the challenge. You cannot be just losing all kind of trades or go ahead and even holding trades for days. So there's rules to it. So there's rules. So you have to trade very organized. You gotta be very consistent, organized, and make sure you know what you're doing and keep going forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, well, from our side, obviously seeing, you're trying the 200K challenge. It takes almost a level, of certainty and backing yourself at that level, which is really good to see. And obviously, yeah, you're identifying there, having those rules forces you to, think about what you're doing more, structure your days, structure your trading so that, yeah, as you say, you're not going through these wild swings. You need to be a bit more focused.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. You cannot let your emotions take over. Just because emotions are very big in trading, right? Like emotions are a huge part of trading. So when you're doing this funded challenges, you gotta control your emotions very well. Because if you have a bad day, you got to make sure it's not too bad of a day. And if you have a good day, then just whatever you did, whatever you made, relax, right? You had a good day, relax. Don't overtrade. Just accept the good day and accept the bad day, right? But just control. Just don't go overboard because you got to lose the challenge, right? You can lose it. So yeah.
And when you're having those days, because obviously every trader goes through it, it doesn't always go your way. How do you assess the situation, and how do you hold yourself back from taking those trying to dig yourself out of a hole?
Excellent question. So I've had those days, right? I guess everybody who starts day trading is gonna have those days. I've had them where I made a really good profit, and I see I can make. I still think I can make more profit, and there we go. I lost my profit. I had days where I've lost profit, and I think I can recover it, and I lost more profit. And then there's days where I lose profit, and then I go ahead and make the profit back and even more. So obviously it's really hard on the bad days and the good days, because the good days, if you don't have a good mentality, you want to keep making more. Since you already made, right? Why can't I make more? Right? That's the weak mentality right there. If I already made money, I can make more. I still got time, right? No. So that is a bad way of thinking, and I've been through that. And then on the bad days, I've lost and I've kept losing, and I just didn't know how to stop. Just how to accept that you lost, right? Obviously, with time, I've learned, and now I have a lot more control. How do I deal with that? It's just learning to accept that you can win or you can lose, and then obviously whatever pair you're trading, whatever lot size you're using. That's another big topic, lot sizes, right?
Yeah.
Because I started with 0.01, 0.05, and then you go up. I've been going up and down, depending. Because honestly, when you take a trade, there's no 100% trade. It's no 100%. This doesn't exist. You just have to study the charts and just be sure where you're submitting that entry, that you kind of know what's gonna happen. But lot sizes, you gotta, in my opinion, you gotta learn how to go up, right? You never want to go down. You want to go up. So you gotta learn how to really control that mindset, have the strong mindset, because once you go up in lot size and you see that those profits going up, way bigger, it works on your mind. It really does. It really does. Like, let's say, just talking about numbers, let's say you got to do 20K for the funded challenge account. You had a day where you did 9K. You're like, I'm really close. What if I do another 9? Right? What if I do another 9? No, don't think like that. You did 9. That's great. Good for you. Go to the next day. Go to the next day. Reset. So that's why it's so hard. So I've learned how to deal with it. I don't want to say I'm perfect. I can resist myself to the fullest right now. No, it still happens, but in a lower scale, right? In lower scale. And yeah, just I've learned how to have a strong mentality while trading.
Nice. And what's your dream, I suppose, with trading? What's your vision? Where do you want to try and get to in the next few years?
Excellent question. My dream. Right now, my dream would be I will go from small to big, right? So, first smaller goal dream would be being being more profitable consistently, right? I guess that is not just my dream. I guess many traders should have that dream, right? Being consistent on your trading, so that way you can make a living off of it, right? You can make a living off of it. And then I guess my big dream would be where, let's see, my big dream would be just being a very successful trader where I can get those lot sizes up, be very sure, very knowledgeable about trading, where I can have whatever kind of big lot sizes, and I can go ahead and trade with all confidence and just keep being more consistent, but obviously obtaining more profits. So my dream is to be a consistent, profitable trader. That is, in general, that's my dream.
I love it. That's nice. Yeah, so I suppose with your challenges, obviously now you're kind of going through the phases where, where do you see then your transition from, let's say, a funded account? Do you think that you'll keep going with funded accounts, or are you still trying live accounts as you're going? How do you see that kind of playing out for yourself?
Excellent. So I would like to go with funded accounts for a while. Obviously, just try to obtain as I don't have that in mind yet. How much would be the amount when? Obviously, I'm just focusing right now on the phases. Right, I gotta get funded first. That's my priority. So as soon as I get funded, obviously, I guess the way to go would be obtain profit, right? And maybe in some future, I will go back to a live account with a certain amount of profit, right? That I made from funded account. And then from there, maybe like trade on, for now, I'm thinking like 50-50, maybe like funded account, my live account, right? Because again, when you go with your live account, it's your money. If you lose, you're done. You lose everything, you're done. Okay, so I would say right now I'm thinking 50-50. So honestly, I'm not completely sure exactly what am I gonna do, but only go back to live account. But I don't think I would let go of from that account.
Nice. Yeah. So I think something that everybody who's watching is going to want to know. Let us know about your strategy. What type of strategy you employ? How is it working on your good days? How's it working on your bad days?
Okay, so strategies. That's the question, right? That's what everybody wants to know. What works for everybody, what doesn't work for anybody. The strategy. How can I say? I don't have a specific strategy. I don't think I have a name for it, right? Some people even have names for their strategies. I don't even have a name. I do focus a lot on, with the time I've been trading, right, the past months, a lot of resistance and support. I think resistance and support has been a very big, big key, right? You have to pay attention to that. You have to go back in the charts. You have to, I make this because this is how you, right, make it like smaller so you can see all the gaps, right? So you have to look at those resistance and support. That has changed my trading tremendously. Um, I started trading as with a RSI strategy.
Mhm.
I have not let go of it. I look a lot to the RSI. I pay attention to it. I have ranges where I don't know if I want to say the numbers, but I have ranges that I pay attention to,
Mhm.
that I know if price is passing by that range, it might be a buying point or it might be a selling point. But the thing that I've implemented to my strategy is RSI strategy with a lot of support and resistance. Um, Tension, right? So if I see price range going into that support or resistance, right, and it goes with my RSI ranges, it is very effective. It is very effective because it's just that combination for me, it has worked. For me, it has worked. I just know where price has to be on the RSI and where the resistance and supports are. That's all I look. I look at some other little stuff, but that's the main thing that I look for. And then from there, I go ahead and submit my orders, right, and put my positions. And yeah, so my strategy is support, resistant, and RSI, right? I look at my RSI ranges. I have a specific ranges on my RSI, which are very, very important for my strategy, and pay very, very, very good attention to support and resistance,
Mhm.
because that is where price may go up or down, right? If it passes that resistance, and you know, let's say you're buying, it's going down, passing that resistance, you might be in trouble if it passes that resistance, right? So that's how I've been getting a lot of profitable trades, right? Yeah. So that would be my 90% strategy. The other 10%, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Nice. So I suppose what advice would you give anybody who's, you know, maybe like you were about a year ago, looking to get started maybe in trading, um, or somebody who's already started now who's maybe looking at funded accounts? What type of advice or areas to look at would you mention to these people just to give them a little bit of a head start or a bump?
Awesome, awesome. Very used to this question. I do it a lot on a daily basis with friends, families. Um, I've been getting a lot of attention now that I've said I've been day trading. So I've been given I've been answering that question a lot. So it's just telling people what to expect, what to see, what to look for. And I would say you got to be very committed. You got to be committed. You have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to look at the charts. Um, I would say you have to look at it daily, in a daily basis. Don't look at the charts for less than 1 hour a day, right? At least 1 hour. You have to look at charts. You have to understand how the market moves, how those trends, right? If it's an uptrend, downtrend, you have to study that. You have to see it. So don't look at it as candlesticks, or that's what a lot of people is gonna say. So just look at the candlesticks, and if it goes up or down. No, like study it. Look how the rule. Look what pair works for you. It's another big topic I forgot to mention. Pairs. It's very important. What pair you're trading? I would say, study small pairs and big pairs as well. For example, big pairs would be US 30, right? Very famous. Everybody US 30. Big pair, bigger pair, more movement. So bigger risk. So those are things you have to study. And I would say study everything you can. Just be a sponge. Be a sponge for trading. Go on YouTube and see what other people do. Don't imitate, but just get a little bit from here, a little bit from there, a little bit from here, and just see what makes sense to you, right? What makes sense to you, and from there you're gonna learn. You're gonna see what works for you, what pairs you want to trade, how you want to trade, what lot size you want to use. You're gonna see the trends. You're gonna go ahead and go into the charts and see, okay, I'm seeing the trend. So I know what I have to do. I think I have this is gonna be my entry when it gets here. So all those things are gonna come, right? Like I said, I don't want to say I'm no expert. I'm not perfect. I'm nothing like that. But just focus. That would be my word. Focus on trading. If you want to day trade, it doesn't have to be your because obviously a lot of people have to work. When you start day trading, you're not starting because you don't have a job. It usually doesn't work like that, right? So you start as secondary, but you gotta focus on trading how you do on your job, right? Because if you're trading, it's because you wanna be profitable. You wanna make money from that. And if you can make money from a computer, from your house, from any time you want to trade, that's another thing. You can trade anywhere, and many different times. So you gotta focus. Give all your effort and study. Just look at the charts and study.
Yeah, I think it's also important for people to to hear that point of you've been doing it a year. A lot of people come into it with a lot of confidence that they can learn fast, but even after a year, even after 5 years, it's still every day's a school day. You need to keep learning because things constantly change, the market changes, your strategy adapts, even I suppose back to your emotion, and how you're dealing with it changes over time too. So I think it's very important for people to hear that point where, even after a year, it's still no expert,
Still learning like the first day.
Yeah,
I would say it, right? Maybe I would be a little bit more profitable, but I'm learning every day because, as you said, it's very important as well. Your strategy is not gonna work all the time. There's gonna be moments where it fails completely, and you might think, "Oh, I gotta switch everything up." No. It's just the market changes, right? So you gotta readjust to that market change. That's all it is. So, I'm learning like the first day, and in my second year, third, fifth, 10 years, I will still be learning. Even the professionals, whoever thinks or is a professional, they're learning. They will say it every day. Market, different pairs, trading more than one pair.
Yeah.
Like, then you gotta learn. So focus.
Awesome. So I suppose to finish up then, have you got any questions for me? Anything about FunderPro? Anything about the market in general?
Let me see. No, I don't think I have any questions. I just want to say, like I said, FunderPro has been great. I'm still very new to FunderPro, but I'm enjoying my process, the whole process, right? I've contacted customer service. They're awesome. The challenges are great. The payouts, I haven't gotten there, but I heard how they are. And great. Um, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Let's see how it goes. Very good. Very good. FunderPro, I highly recommend it. I've already recommended even to my good old friend Lee, right? The guy that showed me. And he's looking into it. He's definitely looking into it. He's actually surprised how FunderPro works, so with the payout and challenges and all that. And he's very excited. So
Right.
good stuff. Love it, Gary. Keep it up.
Yeah. No, look, we're the reason we're doing it, I suppose, is for traders like yourself, people that are out there, trying to give that good environment for traders to come in, trade with live funds, have realistic, realistic targets to go for in the challenges, and then good supports when people are funded, So we didn't get here without people like yourself. So, thank you as well.
Thank you.
Amazing. Okay. Well, thanks a lot for your time today. And best of luck in the rest of your challenge.
Thank you very much, Gary. I want to thank you as well. Thank you for this awesome interview. It's obviously it's not something that you do every day, but great energy, awesome questions, and highly motivating. So I'm even more motivated now to learn. And thank you,
Awesome.
thank you, Gary.
Thank you very much.